What's going on, everybody? CastleCrag today bringing you a, well, brand new to me, brand new to this channel, game called Savara. So this is a roguelite that takes some inspiration from Monster Hunter and, of course, Hades, because all of them take inspiration from Hades and other things. It is based in the world of an MMO, as far as I understand it. One that I have never played. I cannot off the top of my head recall what that MMO is. See if we can pull it up here real quick. Wakfu, that's what it is. So yeah, it is, that is an MMO. So yeah, it's based in the world of Wakfu. By, I don't think the same developer, but published by the developers of Wakfu. And I believe Wakfu also became an anime at one point. Again, I'm not entirely sure. Not familiar with any of that. I don't think it matters for this game. It's probably one of those things where if you have played Wakfu, if you have watched the anime that came out after the game, I think, I'm sure you will appreciate some of the lore and tidbits here and there. But as far as I understand, it's not really going to matter that much. So let's go ahead and get started. Boom, boom. Easy mode. Why would I want to do easy mode?
We all have dreams. Love.
French company as well, obviously.
Power.
Presente. That was not French at all.
None of that matters. This is my dimension, my festival, my champions, my warriors, my combat fiends. You're fighting for me.
Yes, we are fighting for you.
Deserve to be here.
Some kind of war god.
Each hit, each shout, each drop of sweat is a tribute to brute strength. Whoever joins me shall become a legend.
All right. It's my time.
That is what I assume. I assume that's a war god is what he is. And his name is Iop. I-O-P-S. There are plenty of people who, upon playing this game, called him Lop. And there's a stamina bar clearly here. Okay, tap X repeatedly to do a combo. Okay. Hold Y to perform a heavy attack. Okay, apparently I need to hold longer. Line again. Early on that. Okay, the timing on this is not easy. It's kind of tight. It's not a bad thing. I'll get the timing on that. Obviously, we will probably be playing this heavy weapon. There are two weapons, by the way. Press R2 to perform your weapon's special attack. Okay, right trigger. When she swaps weapons, she recovers stamina. Okay. Swap weapons when you're low on stamina. Weapon swaps available every 2 seconds. Stamina and weapon switch gauges can be hidden in the options. I do not want that to be hidden. I specifically want that not hidden, in fact. I'm not a fan that it hides my ability. Oh, hello. Weapons inflict differing types of damage. So we got piercing, bludgeoning, slashing. So the color of the damage display indicates whether your attacks are effective. Effective damage is increased by 100%, and damage to a destroyed part is increased by 30%. Both at the same time, and by presumably 80%, or is it multiplicative? Additive or multiplicative? I would assume multiplicative. Right? That would be my assumption. But I could see it being only additive. I get. No, because they're two separate multipliers, right? Well, ideally, it'd be times 1.5 and then times 1.3. Both stacked, not times 1.8. What it would end up as is like more than that. It would be maybe it's only additive. Yeah, 195. So it'd be 1.95. Not quite a 2 times multiplier. My math ain't working right now, which is why? Sorry, something in my drawer here. This is going to be a longer video. Just right off the bat, I'll let you know it's going to be a longer video. I do not hate those. So these have a special. Do they have a charge? Oh, yes, they do. So 34. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, that timing's tight. 34 versus 13. That is considerably more damage when it's fully charged. Okay, so just white here. 7 versus... Well, okay. 17, so 10 more. Yep, so that makes sense. Okay. So it's double the damage? I thought it was... I could swear it said it was only a 50% increase. That is double the damage. 17 to 34? Is there a like compendium? Right. Yeah.
Not so tough.
Information available. Up. Oh, there is a compendium. Perfect. Okay. Dual swords. Combo attacks. You know, unbroken chain as long as you have stamina. The more you attack, the faster your strikes will be, and the more damage they'll do. Okay. Oh, it tells me. Okay. Combo attacks, heavy attack, weapon swap, and special attack. Performs a focused rush attack that deals damage to all enemies she passes through. Charge speed fast. The third attack applies vulnerability. That's interesting to know. There's nothing. So the faster you keep going, and it increases the speed there, right? Faster is a 6 strikes. Blah blah blah. Okay. Heavy attack also applies vulnerability. Okay. Fast broad sweep. So I can charge this. Highly effective at stunning enemies. Applies vulnerability. Seems that the greatsword by default applies vulnerability. Weapon effects. Effects of every weapon you have equipped will apply whether it is your active weapon or not. Okay. Hamhawks. These are our heals. 40 health. 40 HP. It'll immobilize you while you're eating it. Okay. That's some inspiration for Monster Hunter for sure, at least. Second wind available. Hits that would normally be fatal will not kill you and will consume a second wind. Yep. Back with 35%. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's just your other life. Weapon effects. Effects of every weapon you have equipped will apply. I'll have to check. So blood, okay. Increases the damage you do by 100%. I swear it said 50% in the thing. Did it not? Whatever. Perfect timing. When using a heavy attack, you can release the attack with perfect timing. Longsword's combo attacks also have perfect timings. Done. It'll eventually be stunned. Makes sense. Fatigue. Certain number of attacks, they run out of stamina and need to rest. Perfect time to go on the offensive. Enraged monster entering fatigue loses rage. Okay, enraged. Monsters can become enraged. Yeah, that's a Monster Hunter thing as well. Cool. Good to know. Choose an exit. Collect your reward. So, resource, honor. There's only one exit, so I will choose the exit. Right, there was only one. There wasn't another exit. Yeah, there's only one exit. Oh, right, I gotta remember. There is actually a run button. I don't have to roll. Okay, well, let's get to it.
Don't underestimate your opponent.
Okay, so that does effective damage. Does that... Okay, you can break different monster parts by doing a sufficient amount of damage to them. Doing effective damage lets you destroy the parts faster. When you break apart, you get pieces that you can use to craft. Ooh, so yeah, this piece is now broken. Ah, whatever.
More time.
So I do like, with the charge, you still get extra damage by charging, even if you don't get the perfect timing. But the perfect timing increases the damage significantly. Lightning Blessing. Okay, increases your stamina regen. I don't hate that. Heavy attacks apply electrified. When an electrified target is hit by attacks, or... Oh, no, sorry. When it's hit by attacks, a lightning bolt strikes it half a second later. Last 6 seconds. Okay. Increased by the power of the triggering attack. So I think that, like, this sounds like something that would be better with a fast weapon, right? But it does say increased by the power of the triggering attack. So that may be a balance thing where heavier weapons aren't going to swing as fast, so they're not going to hit it as many times. They won't get as many lightning bolt triggers, but they might get more powerful lightning bolt triggers to help balance that out. That's what I'm reading here. What do I want it to be? Heavy attacks? Let's have it just be a regular combo attack that applies it. We have one Hamhawk right now. Do I want... For my first run here, let's just take what I assume is max health. Oh, it tells me. Good, max health. Let's take some max health. Not effective damage. Piercing is.
The weakness.
Bye. Oh, I'm out of stamina. So importantly, it looks like monsters do not trigger what I am assuming are traps on the ground. Okay. This has got purple glow to it. Resource chitin. Resource hat tatters. Well, this is purple, so I'm going to go for that. This is honor again, which I assume is a meta resource. But we're going to come in here.
Another obstacle.
Alright, my dumbass rolled into the battle in the first place. Thing's dead. I was trying to pay... it's hard to kind of pay attention to it, but... Ooh, I got a dodge there. Lightning strikes for 7. Okay.
You'll be sorry.
Ow. I did not expect... I figured that the swap would be some iframes. It looks like the swap into the heavy, at least, is not iframes. $15, so it does do double the damage. I still think that it's...
Weakness.
I still think it's going to end up being better to do... Yeah, my assumption, it'll still be better to do, do these still act? Okay, those aren't active. I like that those deactivate after around. Do these have resources in them? It doesn't seem like it. What do we got? We got Aftershock as a blessing, lightning. I mean, let's just keep taking lightning for now. That way we can get some things. Ow, god damn it. Ah.
This isn't over.
Man, I need some stamina for sure. Okay. It's going to take some time to get used to the stamina management, of course. Got hit a couple times because of it. Because of poor management, I should say. Reduces the stamina cost of dodge rolls. I do like that. Increases regen, also quite good. Your heavy attacks increase the damage from your lightning. Okay. Not really that enticed. Like, it's cool. It looks like it's a rare epic or whatever. Right? It's got a purple on it. But I'm definitely of the opinion that I should be increasing the something for stamina, doing something for stamina here. I'm probably leaning towards stamina regen.
The power of a god.
Why do these exist if they don't have anything in them, right? Max health or a ham hock. Looks like we get 15 max health, unless it's percentage based. Let's check. I want to see. If I go up to 130, it's not percentage based. Hello. I'm going to assume that horn. Oh!
That's gonna leave a mark.
Did not expect that. Oh, he's tired. Oh boy. He's enraged now. You don't like to see that. What is this? Oh, hello. So we can run. Oh, man. Ah! Good to know that it just... I want to try and break that horn. I have to imagine that's breakable. I was correct. Doing red, I believe, means broken part and effective damage. If I recall.
Easier than I thought.
Okay, so max health. Okay, so it's not percentage based. It's just a static number. We have... Okay, Blessing Armor doesn't sound bad. What do we get over here? Blessing Judgment. And then gold. Oops. Well, I clicked that on accident.
Small potatoes.
Okay, that thing has a wide swing.
Ooh, nice.
There we go. Oh, hello, more things spawned. That thing is light. Oh, I missed.
That was a close one.
Yeah, I definitely want to just increase the max stamina. That seems like a really useful thing for me. Damage for your combo attacks, I like that. Heavy attacks cause a judgment to appear, which seems to be another effect. Judgment. Damage area that does 10 damage and applies 1 stack of Eye of Judgment every half a second to enemies inside. Which increases damage they take. Or destroy parts. Let's just take straight damage. Right now, because I'm a little low on health, we're going to take a ham hock. Whoa. Some parts of that guy have... Oh, hello. I got a perfect dodge through that. He's going to be tired here in a second. Looks like his hands take extra damage. One of his hands takes extra damage at least. Ooh. This side of him takes extra damage. Ooh. Ooh. So I like having iframes on the dodge. Ooh. Okay, you know what? This guy's got to go.
A weakness.
Goodbye. Oh, got hit by the spikes. Like an idiot. Man, this guy does not go down. Ow. Not sure what enrage seems to do. Ooh. Back here. Oh, I definitely thought he was going to turn towards me right there. Come on. Come on. Bro. Get over here.
Right in the face.
What? I did not think of... Ooh. Ow. God damn, dude. Oh, now he's tired. Could we, like, not have this be the case with you? Will this part just break? That'd be nice. Oh, my. Oh, that has more range than I thought it did.
On the ground, big guy.
Finally. Jeez. That guy freaking chunked the heck out of me. Merchant. Oh, we don't have a lot of gold. I don't think. Hard to tell sometimes because we don't know how much we actually want to have. Hello. Bye. Yeah, we don't have a lot at all. Stamina up. Yeah. Huh. Reference to One Punch Man. I like it. What else we got? Weapon swaps increase the damage done by your next heavy. Meh. Weapon swaps called Judgment. That's not bad. Lightning Chain. Combo attacks increase the damage from your lightning bolts. Now, see, that would be pretty good. Until the end of the room. Yeah, that would be a good one. As long as at least one enemy is electrified, the stamina regen goes up. That's also not bad. But we're going to take the stamina up because I don't know how much that's worth. Stamina up versus bleeding. Yeah, I'm definitely down for the stamina up.
This isn't over.
Let's do this. Goodbye. One shot. So the special does a one shot right there, which I like.
A weakness.
Oh, I thought I could intercept his attack. That looked like another trap. So it looks like they aim. Good. More stamina, that's good. Oh, it's health. Okay. What do we got here? Frenzy and armor. Considering how much I'm getting kind of chonked, I'm going to take some armor.
Better watch out.
Ow. That guy missed. Ooh.
Piece of cake.
Okay, that one was a little bit easier. No spawns. Weapon swaps give you armor. Okay. Equal to 7% of the damage dealt. Heavy attacks give you armor. When you are attacked, you get 10%. Let's just take that. We have another special resource. Mossy spikes. I mean, I don't know which one I want to take here because the meta resource. I'm assuming that that's a meta resource considering we spent gold during this run. But both of these are meta resources, right? And this is more rare, it seems. I get honor.
Should do it.
Honor. I get honor as we go throughout anyway. Seven both charge. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, well, that surprised me. I missed that. Whack. This is the second spawn of enemies, if I recall. Yeah. Like that, and we got only one exit. Again, I'm gonna try breaking these. As far as I can tell, they don't do anything. They're just decorative. Boss, ancient Rhino Budo. Okay. Why don't we take this right now? Because it's not gonna full heal us. That was more than 40 health, I think. So it looks like that scales with max health increases during the round. The Hamhawk. So it looks like it does a percentage-based heal. Presumably this guy's going to be weak to blunt damage. Heal in the corner. One heal in the corner. Let's say you're going to do the slam. Oh, get out of that. Ooh, I could see that coming. Oh, duh, we got Sam on the bottom. Okay. Ooh-ah. I don't know what I'm doing. I probably want to break this thing up on the front. Charging. Ooh. That was faster than I expected. Ooh, he's down for a minute. That missed. Well, that's less than ideal. Oh, I dodged. I was in the middle of a dodge. Shush. Ooh. That one counted, though. Slam. Okay. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I got lucky there. My timing was not great. Okay. No, we're fine here.
On the ground, big guy.
Down. Okay, we're gonna charge this. That was a spin. Okay. Charge. Nope, not charge slam. Okay. Ooh. Ow. Right here. Oh, he's tired. Not great. Ooh, man, he does some damage. Can I... Oh, yep. That one has a difficult tell right there. That was not a good fight for me. Not well done at the slightest. In the slightest, whatever. Loot obtained. Decent chunk. So we like that. Good amount of loot obtained. We're fine. Okay.
It's getting back up that counts.
Good combat system. In the hall, you can talk with other participants and upgrade your character. That's preserved by the statue of the god Ayop. You can make offerings in honor, offerings of honor in exchange for upgrades as well as equipping badges. Boards let you craft weapons and armor. So, that was in fact correct. We do have honor is a meta progression.
So, kiddo, the festival's a bit tougher than you thought, isn't it?
Arn.
It is. But that's what keeps me going. I always return to the front.
Before you head back out...
Really?
Go to the statue to see this badge. Statue. Okay, we got badges on the right. Okay, so current level 1, you can spend the honor you earn by defeating monsters to upgrade your statue to gain additional power slots. Statue split into 5 level thresholds. Every 5 levels, IOP lets you unlock new powers, as well as granting you a permanent power. Okay. These powers can be seen under the statue upgrade emblem. Okay. Talents can be unlocked using honor. Upgrading your statue increases the number of available talent slots. Like 1 per level, 25. There are 25 total, so it looks like you can equip pretty much all of them at once. It's an interesting choice. Where the only thing that seemingly matters is the order in which you unlock them. Curious. Because by the time that I get to level 6 and unlock the next, presumably, tier of them, I'll be able to equip all of the ones that I've already unlocked. So I don't necessarily dislike that, but it is sometimes, I don't know, most of the time in these games, you have to choose which ones you want to use at a time, right? So that's interesting, at least. Badges can be viewed directly from this page, yeah. Okay. So spend more to acquire more talents, yeah. What do we have here? Bayonet blow. Your weapon swaps give you back 30% of your missing stamina. That's good. Can we see what the other ones are? We cannot see what the other ones are. So weapon swaps increase the damage done by your attacks by 10% for 8 seconds. That's not bad. Increases your max stamina. I'll take that because I definitely feel like max stamina was a problem. You start your attempts with it. I'll also take that. You destroy monster parts. That'll be next after that. So first, max stamina. We'll easily take that. Yes.
This will come in handy.
I definitely also want to increase the level. 24, an extra ham hock as well. Yeah. I want to... How much more do I have? I have 55 more. Again, so I can't unlock more yet. It's just... Again, it's all about order. So I get 2 ham hocks. We'll see what these all are eventually. Let's look at our badges. Hello. So, badges are items you can find at the festivities. You can equip up to 4 at once. Cool. Upgrade. Complete their quest to enhance their effect and uncover more information about the item. The final level unlocks a new unique power. Do we get to see what that power is going to be? So finish 4 fights to upgrade, increases your max health. That's always good. Yeah, sure. Equip that. That's easy. And they'll look to be 20. Is that 5? Yeah, 20 of them in the game. Cool. I like that system, where they also get an extra effect at the end. That I like quite a bit. And I get 4 of them, which is really neat. Awesome. I love that. Okay, talk to the blacksmith. Presumably this is for weapons. This is where you can forge and upgrade new weapons in exchange for the monster parts you get in battle. You can equip up to 2 weapons at a time. We already knew that. But this is the monster hunter part of the game, where you get to forge your weapon. And it looks like you can also upgrade. Yeah, because you can upgrade the weapons and they get new bonuses, right? You can see confers variation, counterattack, and efficiency. There are 5 different weapon types at the moment in the game. I do happen to know the most recent big update to the game added in the spear as the 5th weapon. Originally on release, there were only 4 weapons. So there's, I guess, the chance that they continue to add things to the game. I don't know what the developers' plans are at the moment, but I'm looking forward to it because this, I mean, it started out pretty darn good. I gotta say, this is fun. So this is where you can forge. Yeah, so we already got that right. To find new weapons, you'll need to get monster parts from monsters that you haven't met yet. Makes sense. Upgrade. Once forged, weapons can be upgraded to level 10 in exchange for monster parts. Okay, so there are 10 levels for the weapons. I like that. That means there's a good amount of time that you got to spend to upgrade them. And you get to choose which ones you want to, which is good. And earlier it did say, so you get the stat from a weapon, regardless of whether you are currently using that weapon or it's your secondary. That variation right there, hitting an enemy increases the next different attack's damage by 5%. That applies to, like, if the sword right there is the offhand weapon, it still applies to your main hand weapon right now, which I like. That's cool. So each weapon also has a damage type, slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing, and it does not seem that the type is dependent on the weapon type itself. It's dependent on the individual weapon, which I very much like. Like a spear, you would think is always going to be piercing, but it may not be. I can see one right there that looks like a glaive. I'm going to assume that's slashing damage. Obviously, the great sword one that we had at the beginning, that giant club, is bludgeoning damage, but there also I can see down there a sword, which almost definitely is slashing damage. Same for sword and shield. You can see very clearly a bludgeoning sword and shield. I like that. That's a good thing. I think that is how it should be. I think Monster Hunter could benefit from that. Like, yeah, for sure. I could see down there a spear. It looks like a staff, like a wizard staff almost. I'm going to assume that's blunt damage. Anyways, and weapon powers, yes. Upgrade your weapons to enhance their powers and unlock new ones, which we also like. After a perfect dodge or a parry, increases the damage done by your attacks by 20% for 7 seconds. I like that counterattack also includes perfect dodges because literally the only weapon that can parry is the sword. Or maybe this can parry. I'm going to assume that can parry. Scabbard not included with weapon crafting. Until you master the foundations, it's better to keep things simple and basic. So, it looks like at the beginning we have all of these weapons, which is good. You start out with all of them. I like that. Even though in your first run you don't get to choose which one you take, you do have all of them available. And then these, they have a little hammer, which I assume means that they are craftable at the moment. I wonder if there's a point. Interesting to see the different weapons in the same tree here, because this is the, I'm going to assume, honor tree. Anyway, it's good to see that different weapons within the tree, actually have slightly different skills. I did not, that's... Looks like the second skill on every weapon is the same with every weapon. And the first skill is the same within the tree. That's interesting. Okay. So the first skill on every weapon is the same horizontally within the tree, right? So variation is on all of these, what I'm going to call honor weapons, because it's the same symbol as honor. Each weapon type has the same secondary skill, right? Mastery, mastery, mastery for the longsword. But the third skill is different for every single weapon, it seems. Defensive spore does not exist anywhere. None of the other ones exist anywhere. And I like that. All right, because we're not going to see efficiency anywhere. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. That makes every weapon unique. Every single weapon unique, which is a good thing. And so then at that point, it's kind of about which weapon you like the most. And also, each weapon seems to require a different upgrade material and forging material and amount of forging material. Like this only requires 3. These require 13. Huh. Interesting. Oh, we're back. Sorry. You won't notice much. You'll just notice a little bit of a hitch right there in the video. Had to take a quick break. But we're back. Not so quick break, actually. But, you know, life with a baby is what it is. Anyways. So yeah, we were discussing the weapons and how impressed I was with the system here. So now let me think. What do I want to craft? I obviously want to craft every single one of these. What's explosiveness? Every other attack, they do extra damage. Don't hate that. Every blank seconds increases your damage by this. Also don't hate that. That's cool. If you have at least 35 stacks, increase your damage bonus by 40%. Alright, that seems pretty good for this weapon specifically, because it is a... like... high damage weapon, so percentage-based increases are good. Right? They're more effective with these kinds of weapons. Theoretically, right? I mean, DPS... calculations are slightly different than how that works. Because if you're hitting enough times, then the total amount of damage might be somewhere around. It's fun to try and calculate damage in games, but typically big weapon percentage increase, better effect. So toxicity your attacks, reduce the target's damage. I don't hate that either. And then it keeps entropy always. Divides consumption of stacks of entropy by your attacks. Increases the maximum number of. Oh, so it looks like the third one seems to always play into what the second one is for each weapon. Ah, I love that. Okay. The effects of counterattack increases the duration of counterattack. Increases the duration of invincibility for your dodge rolls, which is for counterattack, right? That's actually pretty good right there. I kind of want to equip all the different weapons and try them out. Okay, let's check it. No. Ranabudos, which is a type of weapon, right? Young ones. Back shell there, weak to piercing and bludgeoning. Very interesting. Bombardier one. Very, very back butt of it. The shell weak to bludgeoning like normal. The very butt weak to piercing, and then the horn is weak to slashing. That's surprising. I would think that the horn, considering that it's like stone, would be weak to bludgeoning. Curious to see. And then unsurprisingly, it's the same here, right? These guys are weak to both piercing and slashing. Okay. That's also cool. I like that this one has the arms be like a different weakness and a different material out of it too. Cool. And then these things are weak to slashing and bludgeoning. And these guys are weak to piercing and slashing. I did notice them being weak to slashing. And then it makes sense. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Blessings, lightning, armor, judgment. I think these are only the ones that we've seen thus far. So yeah. So we don't get to, until we see them all, we don't know. But I like that it tells me what they all are, so I know ahead of time. Anyway, we're looking at combo attack. So 3-stage series of long-range strikes. Each strike has a perfect timing to start the next attack. If you pull it off, the attack does not consume stamina and does extra damage. No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that they like the longsword too. Every attack moves a large distance while swinging. Yep. Weapon swap. Pretty simple. Special attack. Prepares for attack before unleashing a series of this. Okay. Traps. We got spikes. Divine grape. Yep. So it counts as a trap. It did count as a trap. I was right, but it's not the thing. So as soon as you walk in front of this one, yeah, obviously that slows you down. Yeah, we're not surprised. Okay. Good to know. Let's go then and try this real quick. Okay, so that timing is interesting. Okay. So yeah, this has the potential to be massive damage, right? So does that. Okay. Longsword's probably not for me, unsurprisingly. Sword and shield, however, could be fine. So, what do we got? Series of 3 attacks that do increasing damage. Don't hate that. Medium range shield throw. Damage increases each time it strikes an enemy. On the weapon swap, shield strike that blocks all enemies during the animation. Blocking an attack count. So yeah, the swap, you can swap into it for a thing. Special attacks. Blocks all attacks for a short time. If at least one attack was stopped, then you counter. Okay. Successfully blocking an attack at the start of the parry increases the damage. Oh, so if you do it if you parry timing it, then you get better. Right, you can hold it or you can parry time it, right? And fully recharges the special attack gauge. Oh, I see. Okay. I get it. Yep. Okay. Well, I don't hate that. Get off my screen. Oh no, there's a glitch. I didn't get rid of that before I went in and looked at the sword and shield. Okay. So yeah, interesting. I do actually like that quite a bit. Sword and shield's not bad. Sword and shield's certainly not bad. Get off of my screen. Come on, man. Second. Go to the main menu and back in. Okay, so some glitches in the game at this scene, it would appear. Oh, for the love of God, I just saw it on my screen still. No. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to quit out of the game in order to get that off the screen, apparently. Oh, give me a second, folks. Okay, we're back. Yeah, that was a little bit annoying. I'll make sure to get rid of the thing from the next one. So try out you. We already knew you, so let's try out the spear. Okay, we're getting rid of that off the screen this time. Let's see what it says about the spear. Base passive. All spears have the expert blows effect automatically when you hit a broken part of a monster. Passes on some of the damage to the stun gauge. Oh. So spears are good at stuns. Interesting that only the spear has a base passive like that. Well, no, it's not, because the other weapons have one too, right? I very much recall other weapons having that too, right? Like this one has the thing where you do more damage the fast, like you attack faster and they'll do more damage. This one applies vulnerability. This one has the parry and increasing damage on a combo attacks and regular attacks as well. And heavy attacks, rather. This one, perfect timings. And so mitigating stamina loss. And then this one has extra stun. Okay, fine with me. So there's a 5 rapid attacks ending with an extremely powerful forward blow. Thrust her weapon forward while dodging backwards. Perfect timing of this attack is activated via a perfect dodge, and always does effective damage. Weapon swap, leap forward with a fast strike. Yeah, okay. And boom. So it's a counter, right? If you throw it, like if you time, you can hold it, time it, and then boom. And it looks like you can, if you time it right, you can get a perfect dodge with it, and therefore the perfect timing on it. Okay. Ah, I love that. I might really like that. I think I'm gonna like the spear. How's our stamina usage on it? How much does one swing take? 5? Not bad. Well, yeah, because you chunk through stamina with the knives. And I'm not the biggest fan of that. Yeah, I think I like the spear quite a bit. What I like, I obviously like this, the greatsword, the most. Not sure. Use up fewer entropy stacks. You get more damage from the entropy stacks, or you increase the number of entropy stacks, which also increases the damage of it. And then toxicity reduces the target's damage, which I like. Though I also like explosiveness. What do we got over here? Surgical strike. When you do effective damage, increases the damage from your effective attacks. The effective damage under explosiveness is increased? Oh, that's interesting. On this one, it looks like it on the spear specifically. So on the other weapons, the third skill has to do with the second skill. But on the spear specifically, it has to do with the first skill. It's a curious choice for them to change it for the spear specifically. But it does change which spear I would choose, so. Anyways, hitting a monster with your upgraded attacks per variation. Okay, gives you 10% movement speed. No, not what I want. Your attacks do extra damage. The effective damage done by your attacks is increased. That sounds great. And then reducing the target's damage increases your damage to broken parts by 10% per enemy affected by... Yeah, no. So it seems like this is the spear that I'm going to take. Yeah, for sure. And we're going to equip... It's going to be my secondary, but we're definitely taking this guy.
Let's try it this way.
That's a good secondary. Can't even upgrade it. That's interesting. Okay, and then for my main weapon here. What are we looking at? I'm looking at one of the two of these. They're effectively the same thing, right? No, I think this is better. What kind of damage do? You do slashing damage. So I don't need slashing. Do I need blunt or piercing? I'm looking at blunt. I think we'll keep this guy going. That seems good to me. Keeping the blunt guy going. Because increasing the maximum number of it increases the potential. Right? And again, it doesn't matter at this point because we're not going to have access to that third skill. But seconds increases your damage by this. Stackable 50 times, so it'll be stackable 100 times. When you hit an enemy, uses up stacks of entropy equivalent to this. So it increases the damage, whereas this only increases single point damage. So for one hit, but increases average damage is what I would say for this one. I feel like, since we were talking earlier about percentage-based things, this actually makes this guy better. But I feel like blunt damage is probably better than piercing damage. So, and since we already have slashing, I don't really slashing weapon. It's curious. I'm not really sure what to do with that. Do I want piercing damage? I like having the blunt damage. I feel like blunt is better. For me, specifically. So why don't we just equip this guy? Call it good, I guess? Do I want to upgrade it? Or do I just want to wait? Let's wait a minute. Who are you? Costume designer? Okay. So I can make you look like either one of them. I like that. I can change the colors. Change colors on these, can change colors on that. I'll do that off screen because that doesn't need to be done here. And we can buy stuff for honor. Okay. We can buy a lot of things for honor. I wonder if that rotates or if those are permanent. I kind of hope it rotates or something like that. You are not something I can talk to, and I don't. As far as I can tell, there is not anywhere for me to go to increase my personal stats other than the IOP statue. So why don't we go to the IOP statue then? What do you still have? Oh, right. Because we also have armor. Weapons armor cannot be upgraded once forged. Each armor family inspired by a monster family has its own unique power. Equipping several pieces in the same category reinforces this power. So set bonuses, and then also individual armor piece bonuses. Right now, we have the honor set equipped. Or I guess you could call it the Savara set, is what it seems to be. I did not sort of... Yeah, I'm going to call it the honor set. So increases max health and reduces the damage, increases max stamina. You get 5 combos when you exit the room. We saw that for sure. Increases damage by attacks. Like, this is a good base set. So, So increases your max health by 5, and it stacks for each piece of armor worn. So 25 total, and then each individual piece has its own thing. Reduces the damage you take from traps, destroy monster parts, blah, blah, blah. And I like that it shows me on the right side there. All right, so for this armor, increases the damage done by your attacks by 3%. So just straight up damage increase. And effect stacks for each piece of armor worn. Stun enemies faster, which is pretty darn good. Duration of invincibility for dodge rolls, also quite good. Damage done by attacks. That's a normal. Sorry. Damage done by special attacks, which is okay. I mean, maybe I just need to start using my special attack a little bit more. I may have already forgot what the spear special attack. I think it was just a bunch of stabs. Heal for Hamhawk. That's pretty good. And stamina regen, also quite good. Okay. The Rhinobuto, not bad. Not bad at all. When you finish a room, heals by 1. So heals by 5 total. Reduces damage you take. Not bad. Monsters take more damage from traps. Monsters can't trigger traps, so I actually have to go onto the trap to trigger it. So I'm not a big fan of that. Speed of combo attacks, not bad though. Reduces merchants' prices. Also, I mean, that's not terrible. And then reduces stamina costs. I love that. I love the reduces stamina costs. Okay. There's some interesting stuff here. And I can add things to the wish list. That's fantastic. Okay, well, we're pretty good at this point. And as far as I can tell, upgrading a weapon does not do anything to increase damage. It only adds the skills, from what I can tell, because there's no damage number anywhere. We can test it right now by going out here and just hit. Let's hit the blunt guy real quick. Okay, ready? One hit for 80. Okay. 81. Oh, right. Because of the vulnerability. 76. It changed. So it looks like damage is a bit of a roll. $76. 76. 81. 76. 81. 76. 81. Okay. 76 and then 81. So let's see. We're going to test. Upgrade that once.
That's better.
Presumably, like again, there's no damage numbers anywhere. So let's see if that actually increases damage. 83. 81. 76. 81. 6. Yeah. So it doesn't increase the damage in any way. Good to know. And the weapon specials are individual to the weapon. Okay. I don't know if we charge these up if it matters. Oh, but you charge the weapons together. Ah. Oh, that's interesting. So hits with the main weapon will charge the offhand weapon. But using the special on one does not use the special for both. That's a curious system. I'm not sure about that. I mean, it makes me stronger, so I'm not going to complain. Right. Anyways, so I'm not sure what the point of increasing upgrading weapons is then if it doesn't actually do anything other than eventually make your way to the skills. We'll have to see. For the time being, though, this has been a pretty long video. I did mention at the beginning that it would probably be longer because we were doing an exploratory run, trying to see everything. Henceforth, I expect it to be a little bit faster. We'll do a run and then come back and deal with crafting and stuff. When we come back in the next episode, I will have probably kind of tailored my character's colors and all that kind of stuff. Made her look the way I would want her to look as far as cosmetics. And then after that, we'll take a run. Thank you for having watched this video. If you could, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.